Whatever it is that it may be for you, just know that social media could be quite powerful to help you find an audience interested in what your product and service is. So what's happening in today's environment? A lot of activity is happening in this world, and we're moving fast in this transition towards the internet environment. And a lot of companies are trying to understand how to take advantage of them. And if you have some knowledge already of social media marketing and you've been in this world before COVID-19, you are ahead of the game because you know that much more than the people that are now trying to understand what this world is all about and how they can actually take advantage of the power of social media platforms and the 3+ billion people that are actively using this world. Again, we're still just getting started. We have 8 billion people on the planet. We only have 3 billion people on social media, and only about 4 billion in total are actively on the internet across the world or are using the internet. There's still a large section of the planet that doesn't even have access to the internet. There's a lot of things moving in that direction to resolve that particular issue. I don't know if you guys have stayed in contact with Facebook's news and what their big plans are, but in the conference a few years ago, 2 years ago actually, when they have a conference called the F8 conference, which they have every single year. This conference, they talked about the plans. Mark Zuckerberg got on stage and he talked about his plans to bring in Facebook and the internet to the world. And one of the main things that they're doing with all the enormous amount of money that they have, which is quite a bit, at this point, that company is worth $750 billion. They have a lot of cash. What they're doing with a lot of that money is that they're grabbing and investing that dollar into building an infrastructure for the internet. For example, they're investing on satellites, and they're going to be putting satellites across the planet. And these satellites have one purpose, and that is to provide internet to the world. So again, this whole wave of social media marketing is still barely getting started. So down the line, once we go through the line of 100 years, well, the ones that were building their businesses in this environment are going to be able to plant their flags, just like we had the Wild Wild West and people conquered land on the physical world, where we now have the Wild Wild Internet, where people are conquering land on the internet era. And if you position yourself, you're going to be set up to succeed for generations to come, and your business will continue to thrive if you did a good job of putting your brand out there in front of the world. Let me go ahead and bring in our student of the day. We have Doran here. I'm going to go ahead and unmute him. Doran, so I'm just extremely curious. How the heck did my mini course get to you in Romania?
I don't know. Because at the beginning, after watching your materials, I started to check that information on Facebook. Why am I seeing this? But not for your material. So, but probably, I don't know, Facebook and digital prints, we leave behind us when we are looking for, I don't know, digital tools, Messenger, and I don't know. And yes, Mr. Zuckerberg knew that I'm interested in this and showed me your materials.
Awesome, that's awesome. So for those of you guys that are doubters of the power of social media, first of all, it got a president elected in 2016. That's no secret. The reason why Donald Trump is on, whether you like him or not, love him or not, the reason why he's a president is because social media got him elected. So it got a president elected, number one. And number two, it got Doru in my world. So Doru, out of curiosity, how much have you spent in my world with my courses and my programs and things like that?
Well, the initial Facebook Masters course is roughly $2,000, and after that, at the beginning, your coaching program was $189 per month. So for, I don't know, 24 months, multiplied the first month with 189, and after that it's 97, I think it's now.
So we're looking at close to $5,000 maybe, right?
Pretty much.
All right, so let's look at the lifetime value. And the reason that I'm saying this, Doro, is I'm trying to prove a point of the power of social media because people don't get that, right? I don't know exactly how you got into my world. I believe that I've been marketing for a while now because I do walk the talk, and I have been doing a lot of webinars. Maybe you found out about a webinar somehow, or maybe you found out it was a mini course the first time. I got the number of how much you've invested. It seems to be more in the 6,536 line. So that is Doru's value up to this present time to my organization. It's a lot of money. Now, for those of you guys that have been in social media and you have tried it and you have failed, I'm trying to use this as a case study so you guys understand it, because social media helped me find Doru. And in exchange, he gave me money. And I used that money to grow my organization and to add more staff and to do what we do over here. But he's getting a lot of value back from me, and he can tell us a little bit about that along the way. But he's gotten a lot of value that has helped him build his business, his agency, his model, and all those things. So we are exchanging value here. And that's the beauty. Like traditionally, if you go back to the days of no internet, or even the days of the evolution of humankind, or even just 100 years ago, there was something called barter, which is how you exchange something of value for something of value. Well, right now we have this thing called money, and we use that as the actual thing that we're exchanging. But in reality, what we're exchanging is enormous value. I'm giving Doru information, he's giving me things back, which is that energy that we call money that I use for things like adding more staff and adding equipment and building a new building and all those things. So we exchange information. The point here, guys, is that social media has an incredible potential of helping you find an audience. Like Doru, I have thousands of people that have come into my world, even at my level right now that I'm at, that I believe that I'm just getting started, that are going to feed back to my organization thousands of dollars over the years, and it all starts with a lead magnet. So you see, I'm not just talking about generating leads just because we're bored and we have to figure out a way to bring people so we can entertain them. We're building a business, and that's the beauty of what we're doing over here, because I was lucky enough to find Doru, and he might be able to say back that he was lucky to find us because we gave him a roadmap, and we gave him strategies, and we gave him step-by-steps and technologies and things like that he's been able to implement successfully. All right, so that's the evidence of social media working. For anybody of you guys here, whether you are new to my world, new to social media marketing, whatever it is that it may be for you, just know that social media could be quite powerful to help you find an audience interested in what your product and service is. So you can use that as energy for you to be able to grow your business. So can you tell us, Doru, like, have you been able to use my stuff over the years? What have you seen? What have you done? How did it change you overall to get some of these things implemented? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I needed to build a side online, not called business, because it didn't bring me money. I just spent money. So I built a website, I built a social media page, I build an Instagram page just to implement what you were teaching in the Facebook Masters course. And I noticed that it works. So I succeeded to have custom audiences of 100,000 people in Romania, which we have about 11 million Facebook users now. So, and last, I don't know, in 6 months, I built 20,000 Messenger subscribers and things like that. And after seeing that all this works, I decided, okay, let's take the step and test if our professional audience will adopt social media channels and messenger channel, because practically messenger is not really social media, it's a one-to-one communication.
Right.
And we started also with what you said, the lead magnet. So we have some health tools which we provided to our audience through messenger channel. So we have 15,000 people subscribed to our email. And we started by email inviting them, okay, so this is our tool. If you want to use it, you can bring it, you can find it in this link. And the link was a ref URL. And after that, and now we have half of this audience subscribe to our Messenger channel. And we are using Messenger channel for quizzes, for testing, for contests. And another interesting, important thing for whoever wants to be your student or your client, let's say, is that when you released the referral contest template, I imported it and I put it to work. And I had some issues understanding the difference between bot field, custom fields, and whatever. And I wrote to Jonald, which is your right hand, and I wrote to Jonald on Facebook. And in, I don't know, half an hour, I made him editor in my ManyChat account, and he helped me to find the bug. And it was not actually a bug; it was something I tagged wrong. And so this is the practical things you teach your students, and this is what I learned from you.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So just to be clear, guys, check this out. All right. Doru says he has a 15,000 people list. And as you guys know, this is an email list. If you're in the world of marketing, you know that most people have an average open rate on emails in this world of 20% if they do a good job of email marketing. 18%, I have seen people have a 5% open rate, which is very, very painful. So learn this particular lesson right here. This is a really, really big takeaway for any of you guys that are thinking about how to get people into your list. But not only that, how to get them to really engage with you, interact with your list. That's another question right here. Because if you generate traditionally in 2020, right now, an email subscriber, there's a very high chance that this subscriber, it's about 80% chance, would never even open up your emails. Why? Because the traditional open rates across industries right now are 20% or lower. So when you look at what Doru just said right now, that he implemented some of the strategies, he took the training on ManyChat, and which, if you guys don't know what ManyChat is, it is a platform for generation of subscribers of Messenger, of emails, and phone numbers, which has been expanded to, the text messaging part is still being rolled out to other countries. Is it in Romania already or not yet?
No, it is not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so that's being rolled out across many countries right now. US, UK, Mexico, so on. There's about 15 countries that are available for this right now. But on ManyChat, you can generate subscribers and just keep an interaction. Instead of 20% open rates, it goes up to 90% open rates, 99% open rates in some cases, and you get to engage with people way, way more and more actively. So look at this lesson from what Doru did. He created a ManyChat channel, and he started communicating to his list of 15,000 people, and he said, look, I got this tool for you, and I want to give it to you because I know it's going to help you with your practice, with your medical office, with your this. It's a step-by-step on how to get this done. And he invited them, and he did that over and over again, and he got half of them to come into Messenger. That's a humongous number. If you have an email list right now and you're able to bring half of them into Messenger, your reach has just 10x'd. Why? Because emails are going to be 20% open rates, Messenger, ManyChat is going to be 80-90% open rates, and because of that, half of those people in Messenger are 6 times, 7 times more powerful, more valuable than people on an email list. So again, I'm not saying that email is dead or that it's about to go away or disappear. Email still has a long runway. It's going to go on for a while, but there are platforms like ManyChat which allow you to communicate more effectively with people at a higher open rate, and that's why I'm a big advocate of that platform. And that's what Doru did.